Having standards means being in a relationship where you are appreciated, not in a relationship where you are treated as an option. And when you want to have standards, you might be consumed with the guilt of pride. But as a woman, if you really want to be a valuable woman, you need to raise your standard so that you don't get into a relationship where you are consumed. In this video, I'll be talking about how to raise your standards as a woman. If you are interested, then you definitely have to keep on watching. Hello beautiful people, I welcome you back to my channel. My name is Ekia Nyami and this is my YouTube channel. So let's learn how to raise our standards as women so that we can be in a relationship where we are appreciated and we be treated as the queens that we are. Kindly stick with me, let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do if you want to raise your standards is to be honest with yourself. You know, in life, most of the time we want to blame people other than blame ourselves. It can be that you are attracting the bad men. It can be that you are finding yourself in situationships other than relationship, and that you don't really take your time to look at the relationship that you are getting to. And that any man who comes and give you the I love you and then you are the queen and then you are the beautiful, you don't take your time to consider other things, but you just jump into it. So if you want to raise your standards as a woman, please be honest with yourself. Do you have a high esteem or you have a low esteem? Is it that you are seeing that you don't really deserve good men, or you are seeing yourself that you are not good enough to attract good men for yourself? What conception do you have about men? Do you have this misconception that, oh, all men are the same? No matter what you do, they will treat you like an option. Is that what you think? Be frank and honest with yourself. Sit down, evaluate yourself, know where you get it wrong, and then you can start working from there. After you've been honest with yourself, you have to decide what do you need to change about yourself. Do you need to change your low self-esteem? Do you need to change how you see men? Do you need to change accepting proposal of some men that you think are not right for you? At this instance, you need to get advice from people. You need to get advice from people that you admire. There's a saying in my language that the ultra sano onim sene. You might be wrong, but you wouldn't know. If you want to raise your standards, be honest with yourself, know where you fall short, decide where exactly you need to change. After you decided where you need to change, the third thing is that you need to be disciplined. Discipline yourself. You know, when you want to set new goals, you get all the motivation. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. But before you realize, you are back to the bad habits. So if you really need to change those habits, then you need to be disciplined. You need to write down what you want to do, make conscious effort, remind yourself why you need to change those habits. After you've done these three things, after you've worked on yourself, you need to be clear on what you are looking for in a man and the things that you will not compromise on. You know, I've said it that we cannot get all what we are looking for in one man, but there are some things you can do with it. There are some things you can decide, oh, this one I can cope with it. But there are some things which are no good areas. So you have to decide what exactly do you want in a man. You have to write these standards down so that when the man comes, you know that these are what I need in a man and you don't compromise it for anything. For example, you can decide you don't want a man who is self-centered, a man who is selfish, a man who is always thinking about himself. You can make a decision that I don't want a man who abuses women. I want a man who respects me. I don't want a man who is lazy. I want a man who is hardworking. I want a man who respects me. I want a man who adores me. I want a man who respects women. So you have to know what you want in a man and know what you don't want in a man. Be ready to look out for the ones you want. Be ready to know the ones that you can live with and the ones that it's no for you. And then look out for that man. When the man comes, look out for those traits and those qualities in the man. Don't lower your standards. Don't compromise and say, oh, even though he doesn't respect me, he might change. Immediately you accept that. In a way, you might be training a man how you want him to treat you. So when he disrespects you today and you don't raise your standards, you don't make it clear to him that, gentleman, I am in this with you, and this then it's a no, I will not accept that. But when you accept that and try to compromise, you try to lower your standards and, oh, he might change. Oh, that is not how you are. He is. Oh, he did that because of something I did. Then, my dear, you might be lowering the standards that you want to get. The next thing is that after you've seen what you want in a man, please, when the man comes to your life, let the man prove himself before you invest in him. You know what you want in a man. So when any man comes to your life, give him the opportunity to prove himself. Don't go like immediately you start a relationship, you are investing your body, you are investing your time, you are investing your money, you are investing your energy, everything. No. Give yourself time, give yourself a period. Give the man a chance to prove himself. Let him prove that he's worth you. Let him prove that he has the standards that you want. Let him prove that the no-go areas, no, he doesn't have them. Before you start investing in him. Most of the times we invest too quickly. Most of the times we give in too quickly. And when the broken hearts come, when the man doesn't meet our standards, we are like, he told me this, he told me that. But as much as you are listening to what he's saying, place and place again, watch out and look out for the action. Because love is an action word. So please don't let the I love yous, I miss yous, you are amazing, the words, the flatter. Yes, it's important. But don't let it get into your head. Be smart, be wise, and date wise. And then after you've done all this, please take note that do not give wifely privileges to a boyfriend. He's just your boyfriend, you are just dating, and so don't start giving wifely privileges, my dear. If you really want to get the standards of a woman, if you really want to be a high value woman, sometimes it's not called pride, it's called a valuable woman. It's called having standards. So please don't start the cooking and the cleaning and the doing properties together and all those things. Every duty that a wife is supposed to pay for. Just know that you're a girlfriend, and if you want to get standards, please respect your boundaries as a girlfriend, and so don't start doing wifely duties. These are just some simple steps you would want to follow if you want to be a woman of standard. And if you really want to be a valuable woman, then you need to get standards in your relationship. Take note of this, put these steps in action, and let's see. But remember, you need to be disciplined. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to know the things you are looking for in a man, and don't compromise your standards. Take care of yourself, and thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Eke Nyambi, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe and click on the notification button, and I'll see you in the next video. Nyamenka.